invite them to the meeting, and it's all gonna be good. Has it connected? All right. Thank you. Okay, still coming on it. How many of us have subscribed to our YouTube channel? Let's subscribe to it, and as we build the subscribers base, a lot will know that something good is happening at that page, and they can always follow suit to use that link to educate their prospects. Okay, so on Telegram, go to the Telegram channel and you'll find the link I'm sharing there now. That's the YouTube link. It said we are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. Okay, so share, subscribe, and share, and comment. Okay, so that's it. Thank you to the YouTube followers, thank you to the Facebook followers. We appreciate you, and we encourage you share this video with your friends, and they will be happy that you've given them something very, very resourceful which will add value to them and their generations to come. So once again, it's Honorable Richard Nadi, founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip, speaking with you today, and it's all gonna be awesome. It's all gonna be awesome. And we have ambassadors of SWIFTtrip from all over Nigeria joining this meeting, and some in Europe. We're having soon some in Asia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some in America, some in Rome. Great. Okay, sharing the same link on the other groups. So Ambassador Chukwemeka, please copy the link from the Telegram channel and distribute it on our WhatsApp platforms so that everyone can partake from it. Thank you, boss. Let me know if you heard me, boss. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. All right. Yes, the one I just sent, it's from YouTube, so forward it so that everyone can be part of the YouTube live as well. All right. Abba Father, we thank you, Lord, for this moment. As we proceed, we ask for knowledge, wisdom, eloquence, understanding throughout today's discussion. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. It's always an awesome time talking about SWIFTtrip, so we'll be helping our new friends today to know what SWIFTtrip is and how it's going to benefit you in the future. And I have my slide here that should help us so much. So I'm sharing my screen. Sharing my screen share, and whatever I do now, you would see it live. Okay, thank you. What SWIFTtrip is? Hearing the name SWIFTtrip, the first thing that comes to your mind is transportation. So you are not far from what we're into, and this first picture shows you everything about that. the air transportation, the road transportation, the luggages shows the logistics aspect whereby SWIFTtrip has to convey goods to from one location to the other. But you would get to know much more as we proceed. So we say through this presentation guide, you will get access to what SWIFTtrip is, where we are, how the customers will benefit, and how subscribers will benefit. So what is SWIFTtrip? SWIFTtrip is a decentralized mobility and commerce service providing business, and this is a decentralized era. So we're building on the blockchain to be part of this trend of the future. An echo chain simply means whereby people are connected together for mutual benefits, but in SWIFTtrip we're all connected for financial mutual benefits. Everyone is linked up together. Customers, passengers, okay, the customers are the passengers, the drivers, service providers, the shareholders, and the people who recommended the drivers or the passengers into the business. It's awesome. It's awesome. So a lot is coming up, and this is a very robust platform for robust services. So we say, what is the core services or the core services of SWIFTtrip? Aviation, the e-taxi, the e-commerce, the logistics, the hospitality. And looking at this picture here, you discover that we have two logos. Airbase Eric. Don't think we're in affiliation with anyone. It's just an example to show you that there are a lot of persons already into this industry. A lot of people in this industry. And it's important that you have that understanding that though you see this on a pictorial form, meaning it's live, it's physical. If we want to locate this exact airport, we can locate it somewhere in the world. But I want to let you know that it didn't start just by being there. It didn't appear just like that. It passed through a process. It passed through a process. A lot of persons will be able to, they can easily define great things takes time. And that's why some people say talk is cheap. Oh. Very cheap to talk. You can talk it from now to tomorrow. Great things takes time. If you are part of that time process that great things take, will you be able to retain your persistence, your passion till it is done? Will you? You should. It's not negotiable. The time needs to be paid for great things to be done. It's not negotiable. See this one we've come to build. People might look at the CEO and say nobody knows him. Did they know person before? Did they know person from Bele? Maybe one day they go know person. Foreigners. I just spoke Nigerian English, and we're proud of our English. Now one day they know person. Don't find yourself in any way feeling like, are you sure? Doubting your abilities, doubting yourself in whatever you want to accomplish. Great things takes time. It is not great people that makes great things. It is great minds that makes great things. So don't be thinking that there is a person out there who is qualified to be the owner of this airport we're talking about. Once you possess that great mind, it is yours and you will have it. You don't need to be known, you don't need to be anybody, you don't need to be nothing. All you need, see, there's a saying by Miles Muriel. He says, the only way to get your back out of the ground is by what? Thinking great. Thinking great. Your mind or your back can be on the floor today. No hope, nothing. Just start thinking great. Then, like I said, those great things you think about, it will take time. Once you get into the aspect of hurry, in haste, unnecessarily, those great things that that person desires becomes his burial ground or her burial ground. We saw in a scripture yesterday where a lady was reading a scripture upside down. He says, when you crave for wealth, you might get into godless things. You will get involved into things that are godless, things that are foolish, in order to accumulate wealth. And at the end, those things lead to destruction. And then in the other verse, it says, the love of money is the root of all evil. And this person misinterpreted it that anyone who is godly don't need to be wealthy. Now, wow. Great things takes time. Don't find a scripture in the Bible to justify smallness, to justify living through this life without impact. Don't do that to yourself. And if you see who has done that to him or herself, help the person out. You can help the person, but most times those persons, they have cemented, concreted, cast their mind in that thing they believe. So it takes a whole lot to change it. And most times you see them transfer that kind of mindset to their children. Imagine a person like that, a child growing under such teaching, a child growing under such mentor as a mother or as a father. If that child does not get stubborn on a natural course, that the child sees something that he or she likes and says, I go for it regardless of these your teachings, that person just becomes by default small throughout his or her existence. A whole lot of us in this meeting today, a whole lot of us watching us, in our families, we could be the only one thinking differently. Every other person are comfortable being normal. It could just be only you who is abnormal. Don't be normal. You want to be normal, you will just live a normal life through this. Just become extraordinary. It's just that extra that makes the difference. You could just be the only one extraordinary in your home. You could just be the only one who believes in what others do not believe. That you are the only one does not mean that you cannot break out of that family pattern. That you are the only one does not mean that you have to succumb to what everyone has agreed to, or the pattern that everyone has agreed to live through. You might have never crossed border, neither you have even entered aircraft, but you are seeing a picture here where we say SWIFTtrip makes you an owner of an airport. So you now see you see the leap from not being even having hope to say I enter aircraft going anywhere throughout my lifetime, and now an opportunity is presented that you now become the owner of the aircrafts possessed by this company, SWIFTtrip, globally, to a person who is normal. How do you think that person will be able to agree to that course from the point he or she is now? And then that kind of shifts instantly. You just have to be abnormal. An extraordinary mindset that is not operating like the ordinary ones out there, to adopt into this process. And then you would see a person who have not maybe even maybe that person has not even entered an airport, and the person has come to believe that SWIFTtrip will make him an owner of an airport. Then suddenly the person is so eager to own the airport that the person is now disliking the process to own it. Do you understand what I mean? That's why I now begin to tell you, it's taking time, it's taking time. Launch. Why not launch, sir? Oh, this thing is taking time. It's taking time. Please come and make application. Carry your slot. Go and launch. Go and launch. If we pack everything that we have ever made now, say since 2021, all that I've gathered, we give you, go and launch. Then we'll see how capable. Follow process. There is no need to be in hurry. Some will say, launch, please, before the people who invested in this thing will not be alive to enjoy it. Oh, you didn't die since. You didn't die since. You've been alive. It is the time you invested that token to SWIFTtrip, you want to die. Die, go. Nobody will hold you. The ground is much. Put the person in and tell the person bye-bye. Where's your child? Give him the slot. Some will say, I'm hungry. SWIFTtrip, go and launch so that we will not die in hunger. It's SWIFTtrip that now puts you in hunger because of the token that you put in it. Come and carry the token and go and eat. Then you tell me whether that money you put won't finish. Whether it won't finish. The money that we are using now for the ownership of, can it buy a bag of rice? And if it buys the bag of rice, how long can it last for you and your family? So anybody can be out there and say, great things takes time. But check their attitude. Or check their belief. Do they really understand that it takes time? When it comes to waiting for that thing that you know it will take time, how long are you ready? Are you willing to wait? In SWIFTtrip, it's not enough to wait, though. It's enough to talk. It's enough to share the information. That's when it's enough. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. And then we have the taxi, the Uber, the boats are there. We have the e-commerce, Amazon, Jumia are there. And we have the DHL also. The ops into logistics. SWIFTtrip is coming in this trend. Please take notes. Did you see the e-taxi? All of these will be global. Okay, and in Nigeria we'll be launching our e-taxi service. We're launching it with 500 cars minimum. 500 cars minimum. And in the United Kingdom, where we'll be launching simultaneously with Nigeria, 200 cars minimum. We're not launching an app. We are launching a business. A lot of company has launched app, waiting for drivers in other platforms to swap. Who is swapping? That app will die natural death. Nobody, they just came together with 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, put the money together, built whatever they built, and now they are doing advertisements for people to know them. Do you know that SWIFTtrip is massively campaigning right now? That in this vision phase where we are talking about to come and be an owner of a logistic business, we have already gone viral. We have already gone viral in this stage. Development. What about when it's finally done? Do you know that to everyone who says it's impossible, that is a potential customer waiting in the future? That's a potential customer waiting in the future. To everyone who have said it's a scam, how can I be an owner of a hospitality service everywhere with how much? This kind of token. I beg, leave that thing that they are saying. Do you know that person is the potential customer in the future? I want to let you know that in the course of every vision, there is nothing like permanent no. Learn this and understand it. In the course of the accomplishment of every vision, there is no permanent no. Everybody who is telling you no now, they said that no based on lack of understanding. Those who you have explained to, and yet they said no, it is yet on the base of lack of understanding. Many has blocked their mind. Even while you are just talking to them, explaining to them, they are already seeing how this thing is like a Ponzi scheme where you put your money capital, you've invested it, and then you withdraw it. Withdrawing that capital, or rather, withdrawing that capital, it means that maybe per day, per month, per year, or however you've been receiving money. Is it per year? Does any Ponzi scheme do per year or per month? No, it's either daily or in few days. They top it, they just give you some cents, program the system to just top up money, pay you just like that, and you are happy. But at the end of some time, it disappears. Why? Because those money coming in, they can't keep up with it. It's just some promise to make their business go viral and they can exit. So many people who have fallen victims of those kind of pattern, not 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you tell them about SWIFTtrip, they are just there, okay, this thing could just be like one of those that I'll put my capital, and then after some time, when it has grown, I withdraw. You will even see some persons who have become part of SWIFTtrip. After they paid, they will still come back after some time and say, how much has my money grown to? If I log into my app now, what will I find? They go log into the SWIFTtrip app hoping to find something, and then you now then understand that some persons have not even come to understand what they are into. So in the process of a vision, there is no permanent no. Everyone you talk about, you tell about this today, they will be watching. If they have said no, leave them. They will keep observing. They will keep checking. They will keep making research. And then when they see your consistency in the thing you're doing, they will call you back again with an open mind this time to say, please come and explain it well to me. I've been watching this thing to crash like others are crashing, but I'm wondering why it has not crashed. Now their mind is opened. There are some who will no longer have contact to that thing or to monitor the vision anymore, but the name, they will remember it. So in the future, when it's done, you will now hear them say, I was told about this. When Peter Obi was told about Zoom, did he register in Zoom as an owner of Zoom? He didn't. He didn't. So such a man who has so many activities to be doing that you say he's a billionaire, yet he remembered the name Zoom when it became successful. He said, they told me this thing, oh, but I did not understand. So if he, a billionaire, can remember, what about those who you are telling that are searching for some stuffs, putting this in place so that things can happen? They remember, they will know the name SWIFTtrip, and at the accomplishment of it, they will only but marvel. Congratulations to you who have seen it. You heard it once and you partaked from it. Has SWIFTtrip gone live? SWIFTtrip is currently in its vision phase, calling out for subscribers to facilitate this process. So if we are calling out for subscribers, you then need to understand that subscribers are beyond investors. Investors, the way I defined it, subscribers are co-founders. Investors would only put their money in something they are certain about. So people today will say, I invested in SWIFTtrip. No, you didn't invest. You purchased an ownership. You bought. You bought. You didn't invest. You get it? You bought your ownership. You bought into a process that is uncertain. You become a co-founder of this business, of this vision, of this idea. It has become your idea. And so, as an adult that you are, if you know what it means to bring an idea from that point of invisibility to the visible, you should know what it will take to bet SWIFTtrip. Don't come here and then you are now acting as if you have never pursued a vision in your life, or if you've not pursued an idea. So many of us have pursued ideas that we abandoned. Why? Because it's not an easy process to convert that thing into a successful business. So today you are no longer alone. You are pursuing your idea today cooperatively with others. You have bought into it. You have become an owner of this idea. So run with it as though it is yours. Stop seeing it as our. Personalize it first before you generalize it. And then you'll be able to do something better with it. You can subscribe, or you buy the ownership of SWIFTtrip as a deluxe owner for 128 million naira, approximately $128,000, and the ownership 0.05%. And we have the standard slot 64, the basic 1, basic 2, basic 3, basic 4, and then we have the base slot of $2,000, approximately 2 million naira, 0.005%. That's 305%. And then we have the ownership of SWIFTtrip by the nodes. Do you know the people who are even disturbing the most? Launch, they are node holders. Have you realized it? Anybody who have seen SWIFTtrip to the extent of going to as a stakeholder, you pay the millions and you own it, you have seen something in it. You have realized stakeholders are not disturbing, no. It is node holders. To confirm it, I don't know which of. Oh, let me not bother, so that I will not take much time. I would have opened our mics and asked. Okay, let me ask Madam Christy Ababio in the house. Madam Christy Ababio, how are you doing? You said something yesterday. Can you unmute your mic, ma'am? Madam Christy, are you in the house? Can you unmute your mic? Is that network holding you back? I hope we are hearing me. Ambassador Dr. Tamke, please unmute your mic to come.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Madam Christie complained that some persons around her yesterday are saying launch. Let me ask. Okay, Ambassador Chukwuemeka, do you have anybody around you who is saying launch? You that opened your mic now, sir.
There plenty.
There plenty. Are they stakeholders or node holders?
They even bought it when it was 50,000.
Oh my God. Just imagine a man who invested $15 in SWIFTtrip shouting launch. If we give you that $15 now, say go, sir, we are praying for you, go and launch. All the shareholders, the 10,000 of us, will put ourselves in 3 days dry fasting for you, for God's grace to go with you. Can he launch? Node holders. The slot of the node is 0.50125% ownership, and it's $100. But today you are privileged for a promo price of $78.50. Congratulations, you found it early. You can save just close to $20 or $21. Congratulations. If you don't buy it today, you will still buy it more expensive. So if you have come into the realization of this project now, buy it now. Buy it and start trying to understand it to the fullest. If you don't, you will come buy it higher. At the time when it will be stable in $100, if you don't buy it then, and we get to the point where you send a picture to a person and the person is eager, looking for the money everywhere to be part of it, you can't buy it $100 anymore. I'm the one telling you. I've told us that this one we are talking now. It's because we are at the earliest stage, the foundation stage of SWIFTtrip. Forget the number of years. It's not the number of years. It's what the milestone covered. 2.4 million shareholders, what we need. How many are we now? What's keeping us? Reputation. As we are building, the thing that builds reputation is no other thing but consistency, momentum. Go check it worldwide. There is nothing that bets reputation more than consistency. That thing you are doing, keep doing it. If they work, keep doing it. You know they work, keep doing it. Reputation will build up. So we get to a point. Go write anything I say. I'm not talking for talking sake. I'm not just talking because I have opening on my head that can, and if I open my, you see teeth and tongues. They call it mouth. No. Anything I tell you, it will happen. A time will come in this vision stage. You send a picture to a person, not even a video. You just send a picture, say, this is what the company has done. Be part of it. You don't finish. So if you don't buy it today, now that it is at this free stage, you will buy it expensive. You will buy it expensive. We know where we are heading to. And if you are getting it this today, it's because we are in the point of encouraging people. Say, join. What will $100 take from you? Join. Be part of it. So it's a pampering process. It's an appealing process. How can you get an access to an airport, an e-taxi business, e-commerce, logistics, hospitality for $100? Doesn't that tell you that this is just an appealing to the people? Come, let's be part of this agenda. Come, let's make it happen. The same company that is saying, come, please. A day is coming. The same company says, stop, it's okay. We don't need anyone more. The people who say, I'm just hearing about it now. No, please. If I heard it yesterday, I would have been part of it. They just said, in fact, I was trying to pay since network is not going. Please. Will that time come? It will come. I have seen it clear. Right from the onset, I saw. That's why nothing, no matter who talk, you are looking at me and advising me, say, you know, go work. Go. Some say, get out of this country if you think it will work. Nobody in Nigeria will work for. Some have said, the small money you have gathered now, you need to go to somewhere, and that's where you will start raising more people in Port Harcourt. Nothing can ever happen. In the same Port Harcourt, now, I did. We are moving. Why? If I say I would not go anywhere from this point here, I will keep talking. The whole world will hear me. Those who will need to be part of it will be part of it. Everyone who needs to be part of SWIFTtrip, they are there already. It's just we who go find them. The ones who will not be part of it, no matter what you say, they can't be part of it. They will be part of those who must share the testimony of, I heard this thing earlier. The same way many are part of the testifiers of Uber. I heard Uber that time, but many are testifying about Bitcoin. I heard about that, but I didn't take it serious. Many must testify about SWIFTtrip. That one is not the only prayer I have. Is it should not be you watching me now. It is not you that is listening to this now on Telegram that should miss it. That's my only prayer. But will there be people who are in this meeting now or are watching who won't miss it? They are. There are some who watch it. They say, I beg what this one saying. I beg pass. On Telegram you say, I don't like the way this man is talking. I beg, he's just talking too much. SWIFTtrip was, I beg him. So all my prayer, I know that there must be people who will testify those kind of testimonies, but my prayer is just, it shouldn't be you. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. So let's see on the slide. We'll now look at where will SWIFTtrip, or when will SWIFTtrip go live. SWIFTtrip is going live at the sales of 5% shares, or rather the company is selling 5% shares to its shareholders on this system. You see the app right there, that's the system the company is building, and the business would launch at the stage of 3%, and we measure that 3% by the note holders of SWIFTtrip. If anyone is smart and wise, when you check the big talk we talk, check the process and see whether we are joking. Any smart person should do that. If we give you big talk and we now give you a cheap process, no, we are liars. When you see a person that say this thing not go, it will take too much time, that's a confirmation that the process is a guarantee that this kind of promise can be bettered. Do you get that? I know you got it. It's a guarantee. When you hear them say this process is hard though, congratulations, you are in the right place. Where would have been people who are talking big talk and sweet talk is when we tell you big things and we tell you cheap process, just to encourage you to be part of it. And then at the end of all of those things done, the CEO will run away with the money because he cannot accomplish it with the easy things he has said. Just do your calculation, sit down and check what we're talking about. When this whole thing is done with this kind of thing, can that be done? This kind of process, if it is effectively passed through, can these things that they are saying, can it be done? If the answer is a no, don't follow. If you get a yes, follow. Where you will now be in error is where you start asking, when will it be done? Okay, yes, the process is workable, but when? It will take time. Oh, error. Do you want to accomplish great things? Focus on the one that you can do at every given time. You see the question of how, where, when, in a process to bet a vision. It's you putting your shoe or your leg in the shoe of God to swallow you up. You just get weary, you get stressed out, and you abandon the process. Do you want to pursue that big course effectively, smoothly? You just follow the Bible that says, be still and know that I am the Lord. Oh, many people don't understand that scripture. When they read it, they go and stay still. Sit down, they look. You are still and waiting for God to do it. That be still means do the one you can do and leave my own for me. Be still now, don't plant in the bush. Don't go to the farm to plant that seed and you are still waiting for harvest. Be still and don't invest in SWIFTtrip and expect to be part of the system that pays you globally and while you sleep. Does it work? It cannot work. So the still says, do your own, leave my own for me. When you start entering, how will it happen? How will they ever be able to sell 2.4 million node units? Where will these people come from? Where you come from? From that place where you come, 2.4 million people will come from that place. Hey, follow. Let's get it done. Yesterday I sounded be strong, be firm. Be strong, be firm. Almost all through the presentation. 2025 does not need smallness, does not need weakness. Minimum volume to sell is 3% volume, and then we say per node share is 0.0000125%. So if you want to calculate how we got the 2.4 million, just say 3 divided by the node share. You would get, don't add percentage when you're doing this calculation because you're not calculating sum of money. So you say you would get 2.4 million node units, and that's awesome. And let's see when SWIFTtrip is launching and where it will launch. I've said that earlier, in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. So what makes SWIFTtrip stands out? The PYC. The PYC, first of its kind. We're introducing this to the world, where all customers earn as owners of the business. It has never happened. A customer books a ride as that 100% leaves his account. The company gets possession of the 100% and pays to the shareholders how much? 5%. And pays to the driver how much? 80%. And pays to those who recommended these persons to make use of the ride. The driver who took the passenger to his destination and the people who recommended the passenger, they earn. The passengers, people who recommended the passengers, they get 1.5%. Those who recommended the driver, 1.5%. And then something magical happens. The man who booked the ride gets what? 2%. Has it ever happened? Has never happened in the world. They can only pay you, company can only pay you for maybe the things that they know they really need you. You get it? They need you so much, like maybe you're selling products or you're recommending people, like this one SWIFTtrip do now, say recommend shareholders and we'll pay you advert bonus. Companies will always do that because they know that without you, they can do nothing. But when it comes to a person booking flights, you book a flight, the company knows that you don't have an aircraft. And so you need that flight by all means. At the end of the flight, will they pay you? Where has that happened? At the end of a guest checking out of the hotel, have you ever been paid? Who does that? They know you need a room. So now they are doing you a favor, kind of. So they try to make you feel so comfortable and good to get the money from you. At the end of the day, you check out, bye-bye. When SWIFTtrip you're checking out with an alert. 2% cash back. How about that? This is the new trend. And it's going to replace the PYC. Or rather, the KYC. The PYC is replacing the KYC worldwide. Don't miss it. Who is behind? Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? Honorable Richard Nadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Thank you for believing in this course. Thank you for believing in SWIFTtrip. It's always a great time talking with you. Okay. Let's see the next slide. We say how you profit as a subscriber. How do you profit as a subscriber? We'll be making use of the stake slot, making use of the node slot, and then let's see what happens here. Per trip analysis. What I want to show to you is how you earn on a single trip. A trip happened. How do you earn? Why are we showing a single trip? Because you earn on every transaction. You don't earn at the end of the day. We accumulate and send to you. nor at the end of the year. We will now call board meeting and start giving you this analysis. We spent this, we spent that, we did this, we did that, and this is the profit left. So you are not part of the risk. I don't know if there's any company out there that has done this for its people. I don't know. I don't know any other people sharing pattern, but this one SWIFTtrip is doing is massive. Oh. The company is never in position of your share, of your money. As it's coming, bam. At the end of this ride, I calculate for you now. Let's say we're using $4 in the United States. The man books the ride. You are deluxe owner 0.05%. That is 0.002 cents. You get it instantly. A trip happened in Nigeria. 2,000 naira was the ride. The deluxe gets 1 naira. A note holder, if the trip is $4, should simply calculate 4 multiplied by 0.0000125. Add the percentage sign. That gives you 0.705 cents instantly. While you're sleeping, you're making money. But you see how that thing looks small now. Somebody will say, what's it be this one? 0.705 cents. Do you know? Oh, this guy's like, something's wrong with you. What will I use this thing to do now that you are showing to me here? Especially people who have been involved in Ponzi schemes. They will see no light here. Many will say it will take, but when it has started paying, that's when they will realize, say, do you know that there are many people you will tell about SWIFTtrip today? It is when it has become so big. That's when they will now begin to talk story of, say, child, that my friend tell me, and now I can't even have access to him anymore. Let me ask you the truth. You see that that relationship you are keeping now, because the person tells you, I will block you. You are now afraid, and you stop sending it to him. Better let that person block you, because that person refused to be part of SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip has already blocked that relationship. So the person should just officially block you. Let the person be the one that separates first. Don't be afraid of anybody in this course to say the person is my this. Some mentors can make error. Kevin Hart that said Uber is a stupid shit. Not a stupidest shit he has ever heard. Do you know how many people look up to that man as a mentor? Do you know how many people that would have called him and said, they told me this, and he said, Uber, they told me about that. Come on, that's nonsense. The person said, so I should not be part of it. Say, don't even listen to them. Isn't that stupid? But today, he's regretting and feeling so mad till today that he missed Uber. So, when you show a person now this one, a friend of yours, 0.5025 will give you this 0.705 cents. You say, get out, please. But let's see how cents can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. Per day analysis, I'll skip it. Per month analysis, I'm gonna skip it. And then I'll take you to 5 years from now. 5 years from now, SWIFTtrip has performed thousands of trillions of transactions. Wow. And here comes the big one. See how the deluxe on this analysis has made $100 billion, the other $50 billion, the other $20 billion, the other $10 billion, $5 billion, $2 billion, $1 billion, and the note holders have earned $2.5 million. I'm going to calculate it for you. And then on the Naira version, we have 50 trillion Naira, 25 trillion, 10 trillion, 5 trillion, 2.5 trillion, 1 trillion, 500 billion, 1.25 billion. How did we calculate all of this? Let me teach you that. In 5 years, SWIFTtrip has performed thousands of trillions of trips. But we're doing a very meager case here of 50 trillion trips. 50 trillion trips. And my God, can somebody calculate 1 naira times 50 trillion trips? 1 naira times 50 trillion trips. You know, we don't have value for small things, but by the power of system, as that thing happens repeatedly, effortlessly, your effort is not needed. That's why I always say you are sleeping, you are earning. We use that word sleeping because at that point you are doing nothing. So it means that at the daytime you are actually living your life to the fullest, enjoying the life you live in, doing the things you love. There is no one among us who do you know many people today, they go out there and in the morning they are rushing to a work they don't like. In the evening they are retiring for the day, only to prepare again to come to that place they don't like, just to make ends meet. Media, your lightens. Thank you. Just to make end meet. There are some pastors who will be praying today. As they are praying, they are disconnected from that prayer altar. Why? What will my children eat when they come back from school? My wife will soon come and ask me of money, and the offering money, nothing came out of it this week. My members are not taking care of me. Oh Father, why do you give me this kind of wicked members? So a man of God that is part of this, your prayer begin to connect. And aside that, something entered my mind as I'm talking of men of God. Please use your reputation to help your members. We know very well that you have encountered things that you saw, you shared with your members, you almost closed down your church. We know. But you see SWIFTtrip, follow it. Use it to help your members. If you don't, you will remember today when I said it. And if you are truly a shepherd, it will be so painful. If you are truly a shepherd, it will be that you, the shepherd, entered into a green pasture, and the sheep, you left them in dry ground. You left them on the dry ground. So when they ask you, Pastor, what is happening? Oh, God is, you even the one telling them, it's God, it's all God. You can't tell them that I found an opportunity, but I didn't want to share it to people. And it's that opportunity that I didn't want to share that has made me like this. You just say it's God, and God will be looking at you. So even the Bible says, spread your seed because you don't know the one that will work. That you tried some yesterday, this is today. Try SWIFTtrip. Put a seed in SWIFTtrip and watch it blossom and transform everything about you and the people around you. 0.202 cents. That gives you $100 billion. So if you calculate for the deluxe, I mean the way you calculate the deluxe, calculate the standard and the basic, you will get all of this figure that is placed there. So you see the deluxe here, $100 billion. Let me show you the notes of $2.5 million. 0.705 cents multiplied by 50 trillion trips. You know that this we can calculate with 5,000 trillion trips. I can calculate with 50,000 trillion trips. I can calculate with 50 trillion trips. That's why I tell us that we will be in the realm of trillions of trillions of trillions, in their trillions of transactions. From all of it, you are earning cents. So long Christ tarries, it can only get better. Do you know why? Why can it only get better? It's a community thing. We're not in competition with nobody. We started this foundation building a community of owners of the business, and once it launched, the customers are made owners of the business through the PYC. We're not in competition with anybody out there. We just be focused on enlarging the base of our community. Do you know what it means that let's just say 1 million people are giving one person each link every day? We grow to 300 million people give one link each to person one day. In a day, we are now talking of 600 million persons. In the next day, they give one link again. That is how much? That's 1.2 billion people. The only thing that we will need to be doing in SWIFTtrip is ensuring that we are thinking so fast to keep the system up to date. Let me ask you a question. Do I need to do that? Me you are looking at. Do I need to be cracking my brain to be thinking how to keep the system up to date? We've not gone anywhere now. White men, if I open my email now to show to you, my email, let me not call my email, the company's email, our website, they will go to us, start browsing where I read your stuff and I am seeing it's awesome. I have team of about 50 IT personnel. We can do this, we can do that, we can do that. Please let me know what you would like our quotation, if you would like to have us as your company developers so that we can send you our quotation. I know they answered them. I know they answered them. I have people with me already. If I'm here to impress people, hey, I will put a live meeting now, put a white man and say, oh yeah, let's start talking to the people. If I came here to look for who to impress, at the end of this whole thing, oh my God, oh my God, I'm not doubting that the white men out there, their brain, for them to even be able to think internet, for them to think blockchain, it is spark. Is to use the brain. We are not here to fight. We will use the brain and do things exploit. Hey, do you know this man, Henry Ford? Henry Ford, go study his story. Yes, he's a white man, but those things that they say Henry Ford do this thing, Ford, you seen those cars? It's the same with every other company out there, but I know Henry Ford's story because I read his books. His own is just to think it. Once he think it, do you think he knows how to make engine? Or you think he knows how to make nuts? Hey, Donald Trump that launched his coin now, you think he knows how to code? Hey, it's only we think it's when I think he was part of the first people to think about double silencer, double exhaust in car, an engine that would be double and it would be so silent. And then he said, this is what I'm saying. If we can have single, then we can have a double as silencer. The engineers came, they sat, they listened to him, and one said to him, well, as you were speaking, we've reasoned this thing, and for me personally, it's not going to work. Not going to work. Why? He gave all the analysis why a car cannot have double silencer. You know what silencer, where the smoke comes out from? He gave Henry Ford good reason why it cannot work. And Henry Ford said to all of them, he said, all of you, get out of here and don't come back to this office without a result to show me how a car can have double silencer. Get out of my office. I called you to show you and give you something and you are telling me how. Get out. The next time I see you, it should be a meeting to tell me this is the plan, that's the plan, how it should work. He gave them 1 month. When he called back that meeting, come and see ideas. Today, is double silencer any other? Is it an issue again? In fact, if you see a car that is having one, you will say, this one are old school. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men. what God is coming to do in SWIFTtrip. It's going to be amazing. $2.5 million, 0.4025 kobo multiplied by 50 trillion trips, 1.25 billion. So if you see anybody out there who will be asking you, are you sure that this is not over analysis, not over exaggeration? 5 years, 50 trillion trips, how? Just ask the person, what is your comfortable year that this can happen? After all the person's analysis, if the person says this kind of thing can only happen in 200 years, say fine. If it happens in 200 years and your generation partake from it, will you be happy? Follow. If you follow me as the CEO, 3 years, best case analysis for this thing. This one I'm showing you is worst case, 5 years. So it's not for you to go out there and argue with anybody. No. So you've seen the growth, the asset growth of our shareholders in 5 years. That's $100 have yielded $2.5 million, 125 kobo, $100 billion. Sorry, 125 kobo. That's $128,000 has yielded $100 billion. So you can, a person who is arguing with you for coin, you tell the person, all right, you are saying you don't want to buy SWIFTtrip because you want to buy coin. No problem. The coin, you put $100. Maybe in so time in 5 years, you would have been able to yield $2.5 million. If you put $128,000 into that coin, in 5 years, it could have yielded for you $100 billion. But the thing that it will not do for you is to make you an owner of, just a minute, yes, an owner of the aviation. It can't make you an owner of an e-taxi app. It can't make you an owner of an e-commerce business. It can't make you an owner of a logistic business. Neither can it make you an owner of a hospitality business. So rest your case when you hear people argue with you blindly. So we say, do not miss, or rather, yes, SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. So what will you be doing as a subscriber waiting the launch? Simple. Passionately help people, persistently and purposefully. Do you know why you must do that? Because there are a lot of people out there that don't know they need help. It is you who have adopted a process that you can see inside your head. And they are already seeing it, that because they can't see what you are seeing, they say, this person, you need help. So a person you know that you want to help out of poverty is now telling you that you that is stretching your hands to bring him out of that pit, the person is looking at you and pitying for you. Isn't that a case that you need to be persistent about? So it's not someone that you can easily give up. Just be patient with the people, okay? When you're patient, you would look at them always with the eye of, let me help, let me help, let me help, and you'll be able to help people. So also look at SWIFTtrip, let me help, let me help, let me help SWIFTtrip. So when you are passionate about helping SWIFTtrip, then you'll be able to pass through the hurdles of, get out, stupid idea, you have come again with this your useless talk, you remember the one you did before, now you are here again, you know they get sense. You can, when you hear all of these things, you can move on. The CEO will run away and police will arrest you. When you have the mind of helping SWIFTtrip, you will be able to scale through all of those talks, and at the end of it will make great thing happen. So as you're doing that, you'll be living the same result and the same fulfillment with us, and how to earn you more money in this process, And how do you earn that money? We say SWIFTtrip Media Business Pays. When you tell people, you just become the voice of SWIFTtrip, sharing and talking everywhere on social media. And it's also good that I encourage us on how to be influencers in the online space. This thing we talk about influence. It's something that is on a gradual process. If you go look at Sabinus today, go listen to Sabinus' story. He will tell you that if you scroll down his page, you will see pages that were having 1 like. Some at all it will never have. Some comments down there, it is just him and one of his auntie. The auntie will come and chat on his chat and say, you don't come again. You know they tire. Sabinus, go and rest. You say, auntie, now me just there. Nobody they like, nobody they share. But today, he has become a brand name. Why? Consistency, persistence, breaketh resistance. You that will be, you want to help SWIFTtrip. See, go on social media, put videos, you have an Android phone. Nobody is asking for special camera today. Put that phone in front of you like this. Buy a tripod, sit in a background, talk. Always be watching your background. Are you with me? Don't just go. You see an uncompleted building, you stay there, you see bush, you stay there, you see, just go to a bar, put something, just stay. Nobody will pursue you. Buy drink, stay there, talk about your business, put it on air. Nobody will be listening. Put on your, keep putting, put on your status. People will be listening. The sales person know they tire. That's the way you help people. So when you become the voice of people, somebody will hear it and say, I want to be a stakeholder. The company pays you 10% to say thank you. Without you, would have not been able to reach that person. And then a person sees and become a node holder. The company says thank you and pays you $15 from the subscription fee which that person paid. And 2.5 goes to the other man, 1 goes to the other one, and $0.5 goes to the man who started that fourth or that generation, in the 4th generation. In total, that's $19, approximately 19,000 naira. This is no small business now in this vision stage. Are we going to perform adverts? Are we going to do adverts if maybe we are not paying shareholders? Are we going to advertise on radio? Yes. So are we going to advertise on social media so people can see us? Yes. But we say, rather than doing all of this, we use the money, pay our shareholders. Our shareholders talks about it. People hear it. They are reaching out to people that we would never have been able to reach out to on radio. And so that 19,000 naira, if we say 19,000 naira or $19, let's just 19,000 naira multiplied by 2.4 million units, nodes to be sold. How much is that? How much? That is 45.6 billion. 45.6 billion. I don't know who can say that that is small. This is no small business. Advertisement business, it pays. Go check Mark Zuckerberg. It is advert too. There's no other business that man is doing. It's advert that has put him where he is today. You want your information to go far, pay him. He will spread it for you. He created a platform that people can interact, see, and then that's the system. Pay him advert bonuses today. And then he would say, okay, I have a lot, so the people who are creating this content where I'm advertising the information for people, I will pay you. If people view my adverts on your post very well, I will pay you some of the money. Do you see it? There's big money in adverts. So in SWIFTtrip, we don't struggle for our adverts. Do you get it? So when people see this and say, he's promising, they are paying this. Hello. Wake up. In the promises, they might tell you everything up and down, up and down. Here, we'll tell you as it is. You are paying now. You like the business. You are paying the advert process. We are not charging you separate. We charged you together with the subscription fee. In that subscription fee, we'll take $19. You pay $78.50 today. We are taking $19 out of it. And we'll pay this process. Isn't that awesome? The other project fee, the other advert fee. So with that, we know that we will just keep on. And we see the end of it, because as we keep paying, we keep advertising, people will hear. Somebody will hear. We are paying it to our shareholders. Our shareholders, it's a very strong thing. It's a very strong thing that the word of mouth, compensating the shareholders to advertise by the word of mouth. It is far beyond radio. No radio station can do that. No social media can do that. The word of mouth carries power. You will knock in this door today. Hello, hello, nobody there. Okay, I will come again. Hello, I want to tell you something. Oh, this your tell me. Hello, friend, I'm busy now. I'm in a meeting. Okay, I will call you back. Okay, when will I call you? Say by 6 o'clock. All right. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. You said I should call you by 6 o'clock now. Only a shareholder can do that. Radio cannot do that for us. You understand it? Don't miss SWIFTtrip. Extra cash awards await you. When you share the information, you have sold 50 slots of the shares to 50 people. The company says you are running with a vision, and it comes back to you to say thank you with $50, and an icon becomes, you become an icon of SWIFTtrip when you have recommended, you have sold 500, just a minute, let me see. Yeah, you've recommended 500 slots. You have sold 500 slots. The company comes back with $1,000 to say thank you. So regardless of the $15 that you've earned in 500 places, you still earn $1,000 as an appreciation. Then you become a star. You get the star award, which we call Face of SWIFTtrip, when you have sold 5,000 slots for SWIFTtrip, and the company comes back to you to say thank you with $10,000. God bless you, and you know you will win a lot of award items. We have weekly campaigns, awards, and it's coming up better. We'll soon edit this slide again. Mobile phones, bags of rice, t-shirts, bags, traveling bags, blenders, and this is the process of how you can win those. You activate 20 nodes, you win a mobile phone within a week, not just within all time. If you do that within a week, you get a mobile phone. You complain of your device you're using right now, just do that process and you get your mobile phone. And bags of rice, 15 in a week, 15 slots sold in a week, you get 50 kg bag of rice. 10 slots sold in a week, you get 25 kg bag of rice. 8 slots, you get a traveling bag. 6 slots, 5 slots the shirt, 3 slot cap. Alright, we say do not miss the SWIFTtrip profit share offer. Do you want to subscribe now? Please do. Subscribe now, make payment to SWIFTIFY Technologies Limited, FCNB, and the bank details a Nigerian account of 246, or rather 200 460 7389. Send the proof of payment to the person who told you about SWIFTtrip. First name, last name, email, and phone number. Your sponsor will contact the company and reach out to the company on +234 80 95332. Thank you so much. Any other information, we will keep you on it. Thank you. Do we have questions? Okay, while I'm waiting to take the questions, I would introduce our hub admins in the house. We have the hub admins as follows. So let me share my other screen for us. Great. We have Madam Christy Ababio, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos. Media, can we see her up? Madam Christy Ababio. Great. Hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos State. Connect with her to register your prospect. Someone has sent you the link, or rather someone has sent you a person you prospected to. You told the person about SWIFTtrip. Now that person um, sent the receipt to you, the person has paid to the company account, you are now to take the receipt. If you are based in Lagos, you give that receipt to Madam Ababio. She confirms the payment and then send you an activation code. If you don't know what to do with that activation code, please tell her to guide you. She will ask you, in fact, is it your first time to do it? And then she will teach you the registration process. No shareholder, no incoming shareholder can register themselves. You get it? So only shareholders communicates with the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, and then the shareholder registers the prospect. Once that prospect has become a shareholder, he or she can now contact the ambassadors. Ambassador Dodo Tamke is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. Connect with him to register your prospects. Ambassador Jerry Odu is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Connect with him to register your prospects. Ambassador Orinami Ayo is the international admin of SWIFTtrip. Connect with him to register your prospects if you have no hub admin in your state or in your country. We have Ambassador Martins, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Germany, or rather in Italy and in France. Connect with him to register your prospects if you're based in Italy or in France. Madam Chinoyeram is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Germany. Connect with her to register your prospects. We have Ambassador Hanaf, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Osun State. Connect with him to register your prospects. And we have Madam Selin Ifine, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Owerri, medical doctor. So always try your best if you're in Owerri to visit her office, and she will always be there to guide you. Thank you all for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Madam Winrose, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in, that's co-strategist, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Lagos. Also connect with her if you're in Lagos to register your prospects. Great. I saw Ambassador Mohammed, but maybe network took him out now. The hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Sokoto, but he's out. Alright. Thank you. God bless you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Do you have any question, any contribution? I'll be happy to hear from you. Any question today? Ambassador. Yeah, that's Ambassador Chukuma Cypren, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Enugu. We're happy to connect with you, sir. Yeah. Okay. I believe I'm not skipping anyone. Thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Do you have any question? I'll be glad to attend to you. I'm not seeing any hands raised yet, but in absence of no question, I want the mantle to fall on Ambassador Cypren. How are you doing, sir? Are you in a good place to speak? Can you unmute your mic and give us an advice? Give us an advice today on SWIFTtrip. An advice that will take home able shareholders of SWIFTtrip, and as well those joining us for the first time. Can you unmute your mic, Ambassador Cypren?
All right. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Greetings to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do for
Thank you
SWIFTtrip.
so much. Thank you so much. You're a great man indeed. We have been enjoying your presentation this morning.
Thank you,
But
sir.
I felt as if I was in heaven. I'm no longer in this place. So the thing was sounding well clear. I enjoyed it well. Now, not only you feel this project, so now you feel this project. Now you feel this project because you know the face. Is there me for whatever thing you are saying and you are doing? But thank you so much for bringing us this wonderful skills.
Thank you,
That
sir.
is going to great people from this daily called poverty, and not only in Nigeria, but gonna be done, worldwide. For those that can see it now and grab it, those that knows the importance of securing the future, because we can't keep, eating rice and okoroko now, why our future is not secured. So it's better we secure the future now, even if we are starting today. Let us start today and secure our future because it happens that our parents could have seen such opportunity, even quarter of it. This level, and I don't think we ought to have been in this level. But some of them might have seen or they couldn't. But now, thank God that we are lucky to be among those that we are called. Because I know many will be called and few will be choosing.
Yeah.
Because we have over 250 million in Nigeria, but we are only selecting just 1%, which even if this project happens to be 10%, we ought to get it done. Talk more of just 1% in Nigeria, apart from other people in the world. So it's something that we need to do, and we must do it. So those that got it now, congratulations to them. And those that are still in or planning to join, God, if it happens that they don't have the cash to start, God is going to provide for them once they believe, and they will grab it. Now it's still affordable and available because time is coming. It's no longer going to be available. Talk more of affordable. So thank you so much once again for this wonderful scheme.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Cyprian. You've done noble for us, and we'll take that home today. God bless you. Kind regards to the family, and that goes to the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip and to the first timers. Enjoy your day prospecting SWIFTtrip. Let's have fun all the way. That's the secret of success. What other people might call stress, what other people might call work, hard work, labor, see it as fun all the way. See it as vacation. Every time we have an opportunity to speak here, it's our vacation, it's our holiday. So when you adopt such mindset, others might be looking at you, stressing out, but you simply know you are actually doing what you love to do and having fun all the way will get so big, so great, that many who might laugh at this process and tell you, go and look for something better to do, they will come back to say, oh, had I known. Congratulations. Let's have fun today and be back again by 8 p.m. It's going to be awesome tonight, and we'll have a great time talking about SWIFTtrip. I love you all. To the Facebook viewers, thank you for all you do. To the YouTube viewers, thank you for being here. I am Honorable Richard Nadi, founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. See you another time. Bye-bye.